Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. If you're in Georgia, go vote today in the runoff election. It is December 6th, 2022. The polls have opened here 9 minutes ago, 7:09 a.m. And today is also St. Nicholas Day. So a lot of people that I know, particularly the ones that have kids, they had their kids leave one shoe out last night, one of a pair, not the pair, just one. And this morning, those children found, in a lot of cases, a few coins or some chocolate or maybe a few little gifts. So it's kind of a little precursor for Christmas here. St. Nicholas, in honor of the giver of all good gifts. So this morning, I'm all set up here. I'm going to froth some milk. And I was thinking, what kind of coffee do I want to have on St. Nicholas Day? And of course my mind turned to chocolate. But then I thought, you know what? I kind of feel in the mood for hazelnut. Hazelnut is one of those things for me that, sometimes it sounds good and sometimes, I don't want it. Well, hey, good morning to those of you who are watching. I see some names popping up. Facebook doesn't always allow names to pop up, or it delays or whatever. But anyway, thanks for joining me. So I had a choice this morning. I've got this lovely holiday hazelnut coffee, which is Infiniment Gourmand Noisettes, which is hazelnut in French. And they could have called it hazelnut coffee, right? But it sounds a lot fancier, given it a French name, and supposedly was developed along with the help of a French patisserie chef, Pierre Hermé, I think. Anyway, that's neither here nor there to the taste of my coffee this morning that I'm going to drink. I decided, yes, I want to have hazelnut, but then I was thinking, okay, do I augment it with this hazelnut syrup? I don't know. I'm not sure. But you know what? Let me go ahead and open it up just in case. So they have these syrups really well protected, because after you take that wrap off, then you've got another seal to take off. Hazelnut to me almost has a buttery odor to it. But definitely, sometimes it appeals to me, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so I always like to do a cafe reverso, which is where I put the milk in first. And I always, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use the hazelnut syrup, and I'll tell you why. Because that is going to really flavor the froth. Here, let's get this going. And the hazelnut flavor in here will flavor the coffee. And yeah, some of them will mix together, but I really like to take a few spoonfuls of that flavored froth. There's a spoon here. Here we go. Okay, and we'll let this froth, usually, not always, but usually when you add syrup, even skinny syrup, it doesn't have to be sugar syrup, but 0-calorie skinny syrup to your milk frother, it will make that froth even nicer. It just gives it a lovely consistency. It's a little bit thicker feel on the tongue, but you know, it's still light and airy as well. I don't know, I like it that way. I'd much rather, if I'm gonna have syrup in my coffee, I would much rather add it to the milk frother than just pour it in to the coffee cup. Okay, so we'll see how that's doing in just a minute here. Did any of you do St. Nicholas Day traditions, or are you doing them? Oh, I heard from my daughter in Germany, and she took her little girl to the St. Nicholas Day ceremony that they have. She sent me a little video. Oh, it was so sweet. Now, when I'm liking hazelnut, it smells so good. You know what? It's almost like a buttered popcorn odor. Yeah. And you know, yesterday I shared with y'all that you can brew your coffee. I'm gonna do it this morning, okay? I am going to make my coffee, and I'm gonna let it go in here so I can get out all the rest of that froth. And then I'll pour it into my mug. Okay, so there's my mug, and we're gonna kind of clean out and get every last drop of that froth by brewing the coffee into it. Oh, I could have left the stand on. Oh well. But I do need to kind of turn it around like this to get it off of the lid. I mean the rim. I need to be careful here that I'm aiming it well so I don't end up with it going on the counter. Oh yes, this is going really well. I'm afraid to pick up the phone to hold it over that to show you, because I'm either going to let go of the phone or let go of this and end up with coffee on the counter. So this will be done in just a minute. All right. Oh, so okay, you know, if you ever feel like you want buttered popcorn and coffee, I think hazelnut should be your go-to syrup or coffee. Okay. Taste a little bit. That's very good. I'm using almond milk, 30 calorie per cup almond milk. Okay. So, coffee. And uh-oh. There we go. All right, you know what? I was so concerned that it was going to overflow that I didn't kind of turn it around while I was pouring it. Oh well. That's okay, because I still get to drink it. Alrighty. Kind of push some of that frothed milk down into the coffee. Now, the thing is that it has a buttered popcorn smell, but it doesn't taste like buttered popcorn. Have you ever found that sometimes that's an issue? You know, well, you know, a lot of people actually find that with coffee. They think the aroma of coffee is delightful, and then they taste it and they go, ah. So, you know, sometimes with different foods or drinks, you need to add some sugar or some salt or, you know, things like that to help sort of supplement that flavor and allow your taste buds to get sometimes what you were hoping for. I'm glad that I added the hazelnut syrup because the foam sort of goes on my lips, and when I lick my lips, it's a sweetness that's really nice. Yeah. So anyway, there's hazelnut for you if you like it. And like I said, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. You know, I find that if I'm making some kinds of foods with peanut butter, but I don't want to add too much peanut butter. And anyway, you know, I don't use regular peanut butter. I'll show you what I use. Let me get this down here. I use this powdered peanut butter. Oh, it's so delicious. In 2 tablespoons, instead of having between 1 and 200 calories like regular peanut butter, it's only got 50 calories. And basically you mix it with water, it reconstitutes it, you know, and it becomes a lot like regular peanut butter. It tastes exactly the same because it is made from roasted peanuts, cane sugar, sea salt. So, but what I was going to say is when I make things with peanut butter in them, if I want to augment that flavor and make it taste more peanut buttery, I don't have a peanut butter syrup, but the hazelnut really does help augment a peanut butter type flavor. Anyway, I'm going to go enjoy my coffee. Going to go to Kick and Tone in a couple hours here. And then this afternoon, I'm substitute teaching, I think 4th grade today. Well, listen, I hope you all have a great day. Blair, Wendy, Carol, Alexandros, everybody else. Happy St. Nicholas Day, and go vote if you live in Georgia.